Hey guys, it's Jo from Daisy. Today's video is all about setting up your 2020 bullet journal. I'm going to be using my new BuJo checklist. And I'll pop a link to that in the video below. There will be a discount code from now until the end of January for the download, so that you get it free of charge. So basically using this worksheet to work through and see what you want to include in your 2020 bullet journal. I see a lot on discussion groups and things, what should I use, what should I do, how can I set up my journal, and this kind of takes you through the basic steps to decide what you want in there and what order you want the pages in. If you can hear my cat meowing in the background, it's because I've locked her out of the room. The reason I've locked her out of the room is because while I was setting up this page, I did this one first of all, and as you can see, it's got lovely muddy footprints all over it where she decided to come and walk all across the table. So I've decided to lock her out. Hopefully she won't scream the entire time we are doing the video. She has got food and water and a comfy bed upstairs. She's just being a bit of a brat because she wants to be involved in whatever I'm doing. So I'm gonna focus in on the worksheet first of all so that you can see what's included. So it talks you through kind of my basic steps really when I'm setting up a new bullet journal. First thing is to collect all your supplies, and I'll talk through what I'm using as I go through. The next thing is to create a list of pages you want to include, and there's so many things that you could include in your bullet journal. You really have to make it work for you. I've included down the side of this page a list of all the kind of most common pages that are used, and I'll talk you through what my colour coding means in a minute and why I am including some pages and not including others. The other thing that I would definitely do after checking out the inspiration list is flip through your old journals if you have old journals. What pages did you use and completely fill up? What pages did you set up and then not look back at again? What pages do you want to migrate from those old journals? And what will you start again afresh from 2020 or recreate from scratch? Visit our blog, visit Pinterest, there's loads of different places, Instagram, Facebook, so much inspiration for what you can include in your journal, and basically brainstorm everything that you want to go in it. And what I've done over on the side here, I've crossed off a couple of things that I don't use, so I'll explain to you why I don't use them. First thing is an index. I am notoriously bad at keeping up with the index. My first couple of journals, I included it, and I literally not once referenced anything back to the index. So for me, it become a bit of a pointless thing. What I do use in my journals, I'll show you, this year's one, are these page tabs for each month. And for me, that's much better than an index. I can quickly just go to, for example, if I want to get to November, flip to this page. I know everything that I created in November is in that section. So I don't use an index, and the other thing I don't do is a mood tracker. The reason I don't do a mood tracker is basically because I'm really rubbish at keeping up with it. I never remember. So I spend ages setting up elaborate, year in pixel spreads and those kind of things, and then didn't stick to it, and they just look rubbish when they're not finished. So if they work for you, please include it. For me, it doesn't work. I've also crossed out that I'm not going to do a travel inspo when I set up this bullet journal. I tend to do my travel pages kind of as I'm coming along to each holiday or vacation or planning where I want to go, and do it kind of ad hoc then. So I won't set up one at the beginning of this book. It may be something that I go back to and change as I'm going through. What I've also done is then colour code the bits that I do want to include. Purple means I've already set it up in my journal because I have set up a couple of other pages, which potentially you may have seen the videos for my future log setup, my 20 and 2020 setup, birthdays I include in my future log. So I've coloured those to say that I've already done them. Green is things that I'm yet to set up. So I need to do a pen test, a key, books to read, films to see. I want a recipe inspo page, my pet care pages, and then a couple of other things that I've added in here that I've thought of as I've been kind of browsing the internet, looking on Pinterest, etc. And then what I've also done is with the kind of dark pink highlighter, these are the things that are going to be in each of my monthly setups. So I'm not going to put them at the beginning of this book. They are going to go in January, February, for example. So yeah, this is kind of where I start. Once I have my list of what I'm including, I'm just going to zoom back out again. I then grab my journal. Let's move that down the side here. And I've got a citrus book bindery journal for 2020, which is this beautiful flat lay lion with these really piercing eyes. This is what I've set up already, and then what I've done is add in post-it notes, and I'm using these little snowmen post-it notes, which actually come from the Under the Rowan Trees advent calendar, just to put in where I'm going to add extra stuff. So I'm going to put a little bit of paper, which is my key, at the beginning page there. I've already got my cover page, my word of the year page, my holiday tracker, my future log all set up, my dot grid spacing guideline page. This is my word of the year spread and goal spread. I'm going to add in a review of 2019 here. My pen test is going to go here. Then a little cover page for kind of things for this year, habit trackers and things. Not habit trackers is the wrong word, you'll see when I go into it, but this section is all about things that I'm recording for this year. My level 10 life spread I'm going to do here. My 40 at 40, because I turned 40 on Saturday. So I did do a 101 in 1001 days challenge. I had some stuff left over from that challenge where I didn't quite finish it. So I'm going to pick out the kind of things that I really want to achieve in this year. I'm going to make them a bit more achievable rather than loads of big things. So 40 middle size-ish things I want to do this year to get me thinking outside the box. It's basically nearly one every week. My film tracker for films that I've seen this year. My book tracker, because I'm going to challenge myself to listen to or read 20 books this year. My recipe tracker, because I'm also challenging myself to 20 new recipes this year. A when did I last page. And then I've got my pet care spread. So my two older guys, Buttercup and Daisy, I've got a page each because they have some meds and things that I need to check and vet visits. And then Flora and Freckle, my two younger pets, will have half a page each because it's really just worming, flea treatment and boosters for those guys. And then I go into January, so that's my Hello January page, and I'll go into my January spreads from there. So by using these post-it notes, what I did was kind of wrote out all the things that I was yet to do on this page onto post-it notes, and then play around with the order so that it makes some sense, which is where I got the kind of this year section, clustering all of that together, and I can put a little page tab on it so it's easy to find. That works for me because I don't have an index. For you guys, it may be something different, but using the post-it notes to find your page order is really, really helpful. So what I'm going to do today, I'm not going to set up all of those pages today. What I thought I might do is just do my pen test. So what I'm going to do, let's get rid of our little snowman over here. Created recently, and I've been dying to use it, the stationery stencil. So it's got lots of different pens on it and some other stationery. So I'm going to use this to add in my favourite pens that I use in my journal so that I can kind of reference back to those colours. And my favourites at the moment are my mild liners because I'm in love with them. And it's these two packets that I use the most. I don't really use the neon pack really. And then my thick, my different thicknesses of black pen. So it's those that I'm going to be putting into this pen test. So let's get on with it. Let's go with a sort of, I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to probably do a 0.3. That's better. Thickness pen. So I've got 2 packs of 5 and a pack of 6 pens to do. How can I do this? You'll see on this stencil there's also a crayon and a pencil, so there's lots of different things that you can add in here. I'm probably just going to do the ends like this. Let's start off bottom. all of those pieces together. I'm going to do the order that they are on the packet. That's my pen test for my 10 favourite mild liners. What I'm going to do is add in a little title section in the middle. And I'm going to do it by having a bit of paper, I think. Let's think about how to do this. Excuse me while I sharpen the pencil. I want it exactly straight. I hope you've enjoyed watching me use the new bullet journal checklist in order to set up my new journal. I will be doing videos for all of the other pages that I'm yet to set up. I can tick off my pen test from my list of things that I need to do. If you want to download this, then head to the description below this video and there'll be a link to the new bullet journal checklist and also a code so that you can get this checklist free of charge. Normally our worksheets are £1.50 for all of the downloads. They are unlimited downloads, so you can download it as many times as you want. And yeah, if you click subscribe, you can make sure that you get notified every time we upload a new video. Thank you for sticking with us today, and I hope you've enjoyed setting up a new journal. Take care.